Hey, how's it going today? It's Coach Jerry with Biohacking Truth, where we deliver our guaranteed health freedom to you no matter what your current level of health and fitness, what you've tried in the past that didn't work, or the time you don't have currently. We're confident that our programs will deliver your answers to lifelong health, fulfillment, and energy. That's why we guarantee it. Since you clicked on the video, you probably want to know more about the Family Time Generational Health Plan that we're offering. What is it and who's it for? See, this program came about because one of the biggest challenges that we see with our clients, while making their life-changing transformation, they still have a family that has their own priorities, needs, and values. What we see is an additional challenge to the client's journey. There's additional challenge of time, expense associated with different meal plans, exercise memberships and regimens. Sometimes the family doesn't quite understand all the personal work that is being done in the self-discovery process. And all this just adds an extra obstacle to put in the necessary work to fully transform and fully optimize your life. And while all this is good for success and the growth process, it does lead to undue stress on personal situations. And what we surprisingly found is that people's success actually expedites exponentially when we add a spouse to the picture, when the spouse gets into the program. Because if mom and dad aren't on the same page, then what ends up on the kid's plate is pretty much a coin flip. So if you found yourself in a similar situation and have yet to find your solution, I am honored to be able to deliver this news to you. You have found your solution. So we would love to extend an invite to you and your spouse or family. Join us and you in your self-development and health journey. So you and your family will be immersed, educated, and guided through your personalized and group plans, keeping everybody on the same page at the same time, and all of us pushing towards your family's goals of long-lasting health, generational health, vitality, longevity. All this adds up to a very rich health and personal legacy. See, in the family, there's all sorts of different dynamics. While all of you might want to optimize your current situation, what it takes to optimize your current situation is going to be different for each individual. One of you or more of you might be confused about your actual purpose here and what your legacy truly is. Another one of you might have back, neck, or shoulder pain. And maybe one or more of you might have weight issues, digestive issues, skin issues. This is the program to get it all taken care of all at once. Now, obviously, the huge emphasis on this program is generational health. Americans are dying at an alarming rate of really unnecessary causes. They're reversible, they're preventable, and unfortunately, those cases end up in the hands of the medical industry, which I'm not here to bash doctors, I'm not here to insult anybody, but the fact of the matter remains that our current strategy of utilizing the medical system for our health needs is failing us miserably. And the reason is there's a huge difference between health and medical. You see, health is something that you do that creates a state in you and your body, all right, that creates balanced physiology, that reduces symptoms. Symptoms is when the medical comes in. There's symptoms management. When you go into a doctor, they ask you, what are your symptoms? Right? Symptoms are just a signal to you that something needs to change. It doesn't mean you need to go get a pill so the symptom stops. If you mute the symptom, it's just going to transmute into something else, bigger and badder and louder. Your body is here to heal itself, and it needs your brain to take the appropriate action to make that work. And the way it communicates to you is through your symptoms. So we have this tendency to get these symptoms. We don't like the symptoms. We don't want to say what's causing it. We go to the doctor. The doctor will figure it out. Well, the doctor's not interested in root sourcing your cause. I hate to break it to you, but they're not. Because if they root source your cause and they fix it for life, you don't get to come back every month. Medical's good for emergency situations. Medical's good for acute trauma. But if we don't take care of the daily ins and outs on a daily basis, and everything piles up to mass symptomology, a lot of symptoms going on at once, and we go to the doctor, and then all of a sudden you're on a bunch of prescriptions. Each prescription has its own list of side effects. And then you got, prescriptions for those side effects, and then pretty soon you've got drug interaction issues, and then it just becomes a giant mess. When all of this probably could have been alleviated by just honoring and nurturing your health through habits and lifestyle. Now, if you go back to our services page, you'll see at the top right before the program packages, there's a link in there to a PubMed study about the prevalence of metabolic health in America. All right. I'm not going to bore you to death, but basically it says 9 out of 10 of us are metabolically unhealthy. It kind of matches the statistics of what takes us all out. So what takes us out? Well, you've got heart disease, which kills 25% of Americans. You've got diabetes, which affects 33% of us. So 1 in 10 have full-blown diabetes. 2 out of 3 have pre-diabetes. So you've got, a third of us that are diabetic or pre-diabetic. 25% of us are gone from heart disease. Third leading cause of death in America is medical error. You don't go to the doctor, pre-manage your symptoms. In other words, if you create a body and an environment where symptoms don't develop, you don't need to go to the doctor. You don't risk dying from medical error, the number 3 leading killer in America. But I'm not going to bore you with all these doom and gloom facts. It's not meant to be doom and gloom. It's meant to just provide awareness to you. These are things we don't think about on a daily basis, but we probably should. Because the decisions we make today solidify habits for tomorrow, right? Which creates our ways of doing and our ways of being, which can take decades before we realize there's even a problem. And then how much longer does it take to reverse those habits? And it's really hard to put proper emphasis on the rewarding feeling that surfaces when a family comes together and decides to make health a priority, health and fulfillment a priority as a family and as a group. It is powerful. It is so powerful. And I hope that you can be one of our success stories as well. In this program, you will learn the how, what, and why of true health. True health, not medical health. True, holistic health. Our principles, they create life situations and physical states that are balanced, powerful, vital, which consequently is the kind of environment that diseases don't seep into in bodies that don't create their own diseases. We blame it on other things, but your body chooses to make a disease in response to the stimulus that the environment is giving it. It's not like the sun causes cancer. Your body chooses to make cancer as a result of the stimulus. You heal because of chemotherapy. Heal because of chemotherapy. It's not the chemotherapy that did it. Your body chose to enact responses from the chemotherapy. It mainly has to stay alive. So when you are in a balanced state, drastically reduces the likelihood and necessity of drugs, doctor visits, pharmacy visits, and surgeries on top of surgeries. On top of surgeries. You and your family is interested in participating in this life-changing program. Get out of this video, go back to my page, book a call today. We can get you going right away and you will feel like a different person in as little as 3 days. It's a 3-day effect, it's real. Now, a financial commitment like this makes you really nervous, hesitant. A few grand a month for you and your family for a year. I have to ask you this. Are you intentionally holding yourself back? Is this a reflection of how you got here? By worrying so much about finances? If the answer is yes, ask yourself this. What's it going to cost you not to do it? Why are you so sure that you're not one of the 1 in 4 that's going to succumb to heart disease? Or if you don't succumb to it, what makes you so sure that you're going to be one of the people that lives with heart disease for years? Maybe has a widowmaker heart attack. If you have a widowmaker heart attack, are you going to ask the paramedics, how much is this going to cost me? I've never had anybody answer that question that they would. They always say, no, just throw me on the gurney, take me in there, save my life. Why? Because you're saving my life. How is this any different? If you have no plan to get off of the trajectory, diabetes, cancer, heart disease, medical error, if you don't have a plan to get off of that trajectory, are you just going to rely on luck? Are you just going to roll the dice? How long can you keep your health as one of your biggest shadows? It is the biggest shadow in America right now. And by shadow, I mean something that is a big part of us that we fail to acknowledge or nurture or form a relationship with or heal. And health is our giant shadow in America. And it remains that way because as long as it's our giant shadow and we don't do anything about it, we get to rely on the pharmaceutical industry and the medical industry to keep us alive. Notice I didn't say healthy, keep us alive. Maybe you're worried that you might not be successful. I'm telling you, we guarantee our results for a reason. There's no doubt in my mind you'll get right to where you need to get to so long as you put in the work that you agree to do. You have my guarantee that I will put in the work for you and with you. But if you doubt yourself, there's a huge opportunity for growth there because you can do it. And for some reason you don't know that, we need to pull that out of you. So 1 or 2 things is going to happen. You're going to love the program. You're going to get right to where you need to be. your life and fate will be forever changed, both in the quality of your life and the length of your life. Or you tell me my program sucks, you don't like it, we get even more creative about how to get you to where you need to be. And it might be outside the given or the previously agreed upon time frame, but there's no further investment from you. I will coach you for free until you get there. You see, there is no risk in enrolling. The only risk is not enrolling, not coming up with a plan to get you off of that trajectory of being one of the unfortunate Americans who succumbs to one of the preventable and reversible situations that kills the majority of us, the lion's share of Americans. So I thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found some value in it. And I hope it causes you time to pause and reflect. That's what the intention was. Get real right now. What is your current trajectory, and what makes you so sure that you're not going to suffer the same fate as 2/3 to 3/4 of the Americans? That is a real question that we've got to pull out of the shadow. We've got to illuminate it, and we've got to get real with it. Look it dead in the eye. And as always, if there's ever anything you need, please feel free to reach out to me direct, Jerry@biohackingtruth.com. My direct cell line, 406-241-3763. If you're in the Missoula, Montana area, come see us, 1821 South Avenue West, Suite 400. We're in the Opportunity Bank building. I look forward greatly to meeting you, hearing more about your story, and developing a personalized plan with you and for you to get you exactly where you need to be to optimize this experience of life that we've been so blessed to be given. As always, peace, much love, and live well. Coach Jerry.